Hello dear students, welcome back in our video lecture series on design of steel and RCC structures. So in today's lecture number 8, we are going to discuss about failure modes and IS specifications for bolted joints. So in this session, we are going to cover modes of failure of bolted connections which we were discussing in previous lecture. We will continue the remaining failure modes under the bolted connections in this session. After that we will start our discussion on IS specifications and IS recommendations given for the bolts and bolted joints. So first of all, let's have a look on the points which we have covered in previous session. So in previous lecture we have discussed about types of bolted joints, that is types of bolted joints under shear, in which we have discussed about lap joints and butt joints and their subtypes. After that, we have started our discussion on modes of failure of bolted connections, in which we have discussed some of the modes of failure under the bolted connections. Now in this session, we are going to discuss remaining modes of failure. So let's start our discussion. So fourth mode of failure is shear failure of plates. So what is mean by this shear failure? Can anybody answer it? Yes, failure of plates under the shearing. How does such type of failure occurs? So suppose there is a plate connected by means of a bolt and subjected to a tensile force along its length or longitudinally P. So after the application of this tensile force, when it reaches the resisting capacity of plate to shear, it will get tear off like this or shear off. Such type of failure is called shearing or tearing of plate. Sometimes this whole part of the plate get shear off from the connection as shown in the 3D picture. So such type of failure are termed as shear off. So to avoid such type of failure, IS code has given some recommendations and design will be based on to strengthen the plates and connections against such type of failure. Next failure mode is tensile failure of bolt. We have discussed in previous session about tensile failure of plate. Now, what is mean by this tensile failure of bolt? Yes, can anybody answer it? Yes, again you are right. When bolts are subjected to tensile force along its shank length, then they will get yield. Now in this picture you can see there is a bolt assembly subjected to tensile force, then there will be yielding in the shank portion of the bolt, and such type of failure occurs on the net cross sectional area or where the threads are there, and after exceeding its yielding limit the bolts can get fracture as shown in this picture. Such type of failures are termed as tensile failure or fracture of the bolt plates and bolts. And next failure mode is tearing of plates and splitting of corners. Now when such type of failure is occurs, so as the name indicates, tearing and splitting. When in the connection the bolts are there near the corners, then after exceeding the capacity and strength of plate, the plate will get tear off or get split from the bolt line. may be parallel to the direction of force and may be perpendicular to the direction of force. Now in this picture you can see there is a two plates connected by means of bolt and subjected to tensile force. Now along this direction of force, the plate is get splitted near the edges, and such type of failure are termed as splitting of plate or tearing of plate. If we can see the 3D picture, in this we can clear the idea about the tearing of plates and splitting of the corners. And such type of failure are also termed as edge cracking. Okay, so to avoid such type of failures, IS code has given and recommended some specification. Now which IS code? IS 800 2007. Let's we have discussed some of the specification regarding bolt holes and bolted connections. Now what is mean by this bolt hole or gross diameter of bolt? When we do bolting in the plate, then hole made in the plate or any other connecting member is termed as bolt hole. Now how much this diameter should be there? So IS code has suggested that bolt hole or gross diameter of the bolt should be equals to nominal diameter, that is diameter of the shank portion of the bolt plus 2 mm for the bolts having diameter more than 12 mm and up to or equals to 24 mm. Yes, can you understood this? When we design the connection, how much bolt hole diameter we will take for the having diameter of bolt shank as 20 mm? Can anybody answer is? Yes, we will take diameter of bolt hole will be as D plus 2 mm. If diameter of bolt shank is 20, then diameter of hole will be 20 plus 2 means 22 mm. Now what about if this nominal diameter exceeds 24 mm or greater than 26 mm? For such conditions, IS 800 has suggested that gross diameter or bolt hole should be taken as nominal dia of the bolt shank plus 3 mm. Hope you understand this. Now let's have some of the terminologies and technical terms used in the connections. So first of all, gauge or gauge distance. Now what is meant by this gauge distance or gauge distance? It is nothing but the distance of the bolt holes along the uh, along the transverse direction of the force, or we can say the distance between adjacent bolt lines. Suppose there is a two plates connected by means of bolts as shown in figure subjected to tensile force, then these two bolt line should be at a distance of gauge, or the distance between these two bolt lines can be termed as gauge distance. Now what about this pitch distance? Yes, what is in by this pitch? No. Pitch is the distance between the two bolt rows, or the pitch is the distance between the two consecutive bolts along this direction of force, which is can be termed as pitch. Understood? Now what about these terms? So IS has suggested some specifications for these two terminologies, that is gauge distance and pitch distance. We will discuss about IS specifications regarding pitch. So IS has suggested that for pitch, minimum pitch distance should be equals to 2.5 times nominal diameter, or minimum pitch should not be less than 2.5 times nominal diameter. Now why is it so? Yes, to avoid splitting between the bolt lines or between the two bolts or tearing off between the two bolts. we have to provide minimum pitch as 2.5 times nominal dia. Now what about maximum pitch? Again, for this IS has suggested some values. Now this maximum pitch is varies based on the purpose of the member or connection for which we are going to design. Suppose for tension members, this maximum pitch should be 16 times thickness of the plate or 200 mm. So in this 16 times T or 200 mm, which will be the less value, we will take it as a maximum pitch, or we should not provide bolts more than such dimensions. And if the connection is designed for taking compression or compressive loads, then for such type of connections, the maximum pitch or maximum spacing between two consecutive bolts should not be more than 12 times T or 200 mm, whichever will be the less value between these two, that is 12 times T or 200 mm. Now, sometimes we use built-up sections or two rolled sections, such as two angle sections. If we use, then we have to provide tack rivets. What is tack rivets now? Yes, to make these two members as a unit or as a unison, we have to provide extra rivets or bolts on the outstanding leg of the angles, so that this whole member will act as a unit and it will not get any failure under the continuous loading or under the vibrations. So these tack rivets should have maximum pitch not exceeding 32 times T or 300 mm, whichever is less. Hope you guys understand this. So remaining terms and their IS specification will discuss in next session. So for today we will stop here. Let's have a quiz on the topic which we have just covered. So in examination or for the computer examination, it may ask some objective questions on the topic which we have just discussed, that is, which is the correct statement regarding bolt holes, as we have just discussed about IS 800-2007 recommendations for the bolt holes and their gross diameter. So there are four options. Diameter of hole should be equals to D plus 2 mm for D greater than 24 mm. Second option is diameter of hole equals to D plus 3 mm for D is less than 24 mm. And C option is diameter of hole equals to D plus 2 mm for the diameter is less than 24 mm. And fourth option is option D is none of this. Yes, can anyone answer is? Yes, you are right. The correct statement is diameter of bolt hole or gross diameter should be taken as D plus 2, that is nominal diameter of the bolt shank plus 2 mm for the nominal dia of shank is less than 24 mm. Let's move towards second question. Now what will be the minimum pitch or minimum pitch should be? Options are 3 times D, 2.5 times diameter of hole, 2.5 times D and 3 times diameter of hole. Yes. What will be the minimum pitch now? Yes, again you are right. The minimum pitch should be equals to 2.5 times the diameter of hole, that is option C, as we have just discussed. Now based on the session's topic which we have just discussed, in examinations there may be some questions. So these are the some of the expected questions. You may note it down. Define pitch and gauge distance. Which are the IS 800 recommendations for bolts, hole and pitch distances. So for today, we will stop here. We'll see you in next session. Thank you.